to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
It's Kayfabe Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks. I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue. Tonight, we're bringing you the Raw Wrap Up. So, about 40 minutes out. Got a little bit of time to collect our thoughts on tonight. So let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any time. It starts off with the video package of Sheamus betraying Drew McIntyre last week. I think we all can agree that we saw this shit coming. It's been months, build up. They're real friends in real life, but they've been focusing on that a lot more in recent TV. So we automatically thought, that was the direction they were going to go. So it finally happened last week. So, we're going to get the blowback from that. So what do you guys think about last week? Just going into Raw with Sheamus turning his back on Drew McIntyre.
I think it was a great idea. It's just that, they kind of just drag it out. And, it was like everybody knew it was going to happen and everything, but it was like they could have done it in a more way that we could have probably wouldn't have, act like, we've seen it happen before with other people and such, is what I'm trying to say. Because, they keep on reusing the same thing over and over again. Drew McIntyre's looking the other way, then all of a sudden he looks back, boom, bro kick,
I think they should have just straight up asked Drew McIntyre.
True. I
mean, they already had that situation where they came to blows and they, still was able to be friends. So why not say, listen, friendly competition. I want that title. Give me a shot.
I mean, that's the most sense, makes the most sense out of it. But I like the slow build of it so far. I'm just glad that Drew is finally getting somebody new to challenge his title, and it's not like no Goldberg or no legend coming back from out of nowhere and shit like that.
It should have been Jinder.
But
I wouldn't even mind. Where is Jinder?
Yeah, he's been on
he just finished facing Drew in the Superstar Spectacular.
Nobody watched that.
Actually, 20 million people actually watched that.
Yeah, I'm sure most of the
somebody new, you know what I mean? And then it's a story as well that's building. I think it's gonna go to WrestleMania if Edge doesn't pick Drew. I think Edge is gonna pick Roman. But I'm interested. I'm finally glad that they pushing. It's been a long time coming, you know what I'm saying? So why not? I'll take it. And they got history, so it makes sense.
Yeah, so we're officially on the road to WrestleMania, coming off the Rumble a week ago. So we really kick into high gear on this road with Elimination Chamber, and it's a week from Sunday, so that's really close. So the first promo segment to start the show in ring was Adam Pearce making an announcement of a surprise return, Shane McMahon. And I know we were watching the show together, and the first thing was like, "Oh my God, why is Shane back?" And I'm actually happy to see Shane. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little.
I thought it was gonna be more impactful as far as Shane's involvement, but he just had a little announcement as far as Elimination Chamber. So Drew McIntyre is actually gonna have to defend the WWE Championship in the Elimination Chamber. Yeah. So Shane McMahon making that decision, making that announcement. So the competitors are gonna be Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Sheamus. And of course Drew McIntyre defending. So a lot of heavy hitters like Randy Orton easily if he comes out, wouldn't even be mad. Top of his game this year.
Yeah.
Who else? AJ Styles been on a good streak. Got his partner, his little bodyguard, almost. Well, I can't say little. It's a huge titan of a man. So he has almost with him. Been on a run. Miz, obviously, like you said, Will Miz kind of EA kind of said this earlier.
Yeah.
Will Miz kind of like lose and then maybe cash in the same
And then
chamber to like
come right back
get
in.
2 chances in the chamber match? Like
That's the kind of fire and is new. Like we never seen no shit like that.
that was no, yeah, that was actually a great idea. And if that happened, I wouldn't even be mad.
Like let's say he's the first one to come out, you know what I mean? He gets eliminated and then it's down to the last two, and then he cashes in, comes right back in. That'd be fire. You feel me? So
the only thing with that, whenever Miz puts himself in a situation where there's still competitors like with life in them, he always loses.
Yeah, he doesn't pull the trigger.
But that's a great idea. I definitely like that. So that was really all for Shane McMahon's involvement. I was kind of hoping he was taking the place of Adam Pearce on Monday Night Raw, and in that position, you know, Pierce. Yeah. I feel like even though growing on me a little bit, I think they're overstretching him as far as character work on Friday Night SmackDown and on Raw. So it's like pick a show. You know,
he got better stories going on SmackDown anyway, so you know what I mean. Like he might as well just stay over there.
That's why I thought Shane was here to just, you know what, you've been involved with Roman. You have a lot of dealings over there. You haven't been focusing on Raw the way I like. You know, let's do the switch and have Shane in. So, yeah, that was about the Elimination Chamber announcement. So, what do you guys think about those guys in that match? And who do you think has the best chance to actually come out of the chamber champion, if not Drew McIntyre?
Obviously gonna be Drew McIntyre coming out as champion. They're not gonna
win it.
They're not gonna fuck up that WrestleMania build up storyline. So, but you know, it's gonna be a great match. You have Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Sheamus. Who knows what's gonna happen with Bad Bunny in the Elimination Chamber? He might fucking just climb up the whole cage and just dive on everybody again. So we'll see how that happens. And as far as Adam Pearce, you know, bringing Shane out, I felt like it was like a waste. They could have had anybody to be like, "Hey, Adam, you're doing a great job," and then just walk away. Did it really? It's like, what's the whole point?
Yeah, so, yeah, that was kind of. Adam could have done that whole announcement himself. You're absolutely right, but it was a good little you know what I mean? See him back on TV. I ain't mad at it too much. You know what I mean?
It was kind of
it is what it is.
The segment after that, when Shane McMahon leaves backstage, he encounters Drew McIntyre, and Drew presses him about it, like, "So you're gonna have me defending the chamber?" And he's like, "You're a fighting champion, right? What better way to prove yourself than in the chamber?"
Yeah,
you know. So as far as building up the legacy of Drew McIntyre, I agree. That was probably the best way to do it. Storyline wise, someone important like a McMahon is boosting, you know, Drew McIntyre's popularity or like his chances at increasing his legacy with matches like this. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And usually he gets motivated by the legends, and that's really been his thing the past couple of months. So it made sense to me. Yeah, Drew McIntyre's just climbing that ladder. I would have liked Shane McMahon to stick around though.
Raw Underground 2.0.
Nah, I don't know about Raw Underground.
A lot of people get about that shit unless they're gonna be down there mask and social distancing.
I told you the Raw Underground just ended up being
a dud.
Brawl for All 2020 because it's such good shit. Like that's really what it was.
We need subterranean lucha Raw.
And what made it worse was that they were building that Double Kato guy, and we haven't seen him since that shit got shut down. It's like, yo, you might as well put him in a match or something now.
Because he probably only really functioned because he's green.
You know why? Because he talked about Fight Club.
He probably did talk about Fight Club, but my opinion, I think he was a little green, and the cinematic style of the Raw Underground kind of masked him.
Yeah.
Now you don't have Raw Underground. You're exposed on live TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to run that risk with him.
I hope they got him in the PC because he looked like he could be a beast in the future. But
No, he's huge as hell. Huge
yeah,
as
you
hell.
know what I mean. But it is what it is. You know what I mean.
So we move on to the first matchup of the night: Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles, with of course Omos on his side.
Yeah.
AJ Styles ends up winning by submission. And this match was about what? A good, it had a good run, like
It
maybe
was
10,
like a
15
They said it was
minutes.
like 15 minutes long.
Yo,
Yeah,
can I
it was a
say
long
one
match.
thing though? Yo, Jeff Hardy does not look enthusiastic. Like he doesn't look like he even want to be there. Like his entrance looked it like he was like, yeah, whatever, going through the motions. The match, he was like, it wasn't like natural Jeff Hardy out there really.
You trying to say that it was like Victory Road 2004
Like
Jeff Hardy?
go watch
It's never that
it's not
bad.
that bad, but he like yo, go watch the match, bro. Like he looked like he just ain't give a fuck really. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? Then he did the
Yeah.
kayfabe, hurt his ankle, so that was the whole story of the match. I mean his knee, he messed up his knee, so that was the rest of the story of the whole match. But like Jeff Hardy looked like yo, I don't even care anymore. Like get me the fuck out of here. Like
Yeah,
somebody,
that's how AJ Styles ended up winning with the calf crusher,
yeah, but Jeff
win
Hardy,
by
man, like come
submission.
on.
But I agree with you. I feel like even though we had that build up as far as the knee supposedly blowing out for a few seconds, we thought, wait, is he really injured? And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's Jeff Hardy. He's kind of been injury prone in this kind of age, so it looked realistic, but no, it was a
Nah, I
kayfabe
think it definitely was,
situation. It
but
was definitely a kayfabe situation, but I agree.
his
I feel like
energy
Jeff
was
Hardy came out there and is like, all right,
his
let's
whole
get it done.
energy was off. His whole energy throughout the whole match, even like just watch from the intro to the whole match, like he was just running through the motion.
Probably because he knew he was about to do 15 minutes of selling a leg.
It, probably he couldn't really get busy like how he usually wants to or whatever. But that shit was like, I don't know, like yo, come on, Jeff, you gotta give us
I
some
won't
energy.
lie. One of my thoughts in this match was like, I think it's time for Jeff Hardy to evolve his style, maybe
Or
get a
just
new finisher,
don't
something
heal or
that
something.
could protect him in old age. And the Swanton Bomb needs to start becoming special. You know, like they need to start holding off on that, start selling this new finisher,
Yeah,
something that doesn't hurt, risk him hurting himself too much. I think I want to see something different from Jeff. I feel like
you should
this
go heal or
basic
something. Like
gimmick is not working for me. Let's
yeah, it's
see,
not working.
let's see
And
Willow. Let's
even
see,
healing board.
a broken style Jeff Hardy. Let's see some of that. I feel like Jeff has a lot more to give, and that's probably what it is. Creatively,
Bored.
what is he
Probably
doing?
bored. Yeah, he's probably bored already. He's like, whatever, fuck it. You know what I
He's in
mean?
He's
the
like
chamber match, but did he really earn it
he's
this
like, where's
past
my
couple months?
Adderall?
That was say that again, focus.
He's like, where's my Adderall?
Let's do it. Like, yo, give me a drink right now, man. I need a shot before I go out. Like,
Probably.
yeah, come on, Jeff.
Give me some somas.
You gotta give some sort of energy, yo.
But yeah, I won't lie. He did look pretty bored when he first came out, and then the match, although it wasn't a bad match, I wasn't really excited throughout most of
Yeah.
it. It felt like just a
15
match.
minutes of selling. That's all it was.
Yeah, he
15
was-
minutes
Yeah,
of
it
him
was just a routine
selling that
match. I
knee
feel like
injury.
this was like a 5, maybe 5.5.
Yeah, it was like 15 minutes of him just faking his injury. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I knew it was kayfabe once Jeff started selling it. They went to the outside of the ring, and then AJ Styles tried to do like what's that called, like a knee clip, or
yeah, he did like a
Calf
knee.
pressure.
Yeah,
yeah, when he hit some in the back of the knee with his forearm. So I already knew it was kayfabe. So it was most of that all night. So what do you guys rate that match?
I mean, I'll give it a 6, man, because he really like he got some sort of offense in. Like he was fighting back a little bit, but it's just like he said, it looked like he didn't want to be there. Like his mind was in another planet, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? There's so much you could do with it when you're not there. I don't know if it was something personal. I hope he's all right. You know what I'm saying, mentally or
Yeah.
whatever. But he could, you know what I mean? Could have been better,
I mean,
even
it
with
could, it,
even with a
it
sold
could
knee.
be him just getting plugged into matches with like really no purpose recently. He's
Yeah,
also transitioning off of Elias. If you think about it, he's got
yeah,
thrown into this chamber match. Last week he was dealing with Elias. There was no sign of that. Thank God there was no sign of Elias and
and
Jackson races tonight. I was actually glad for that.
well,
So it could be one of those. Jeff really
he
went out
just,
there
like,
like,
he's
okay,
bored, or he just don't like the way creative is going with his character. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even make like, because he was losing, right, to with Elias and Jackson. So it's like, all right, so now automatically I'm in it. Like, it probably, I don't know. It
that's
just
why I don't
didn't
understand
look like
how
it didn't look like him.
Jeff transitioned into this chamber match.
And he's been losing. Like, he's not hot. We could have put Elias in there, if anything. You know what I mean? Like
I'd
him.
rather him over Elias because Elias is aligned with Jackson races.
But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yo, I hope you all right, Jeff. If it's something mental or something, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, he got a couple years left on that WWE contract, man.
Yeah, so I know you ain't going nowhere. Just act, change or something, turn or something. You need something. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Okay.
Focus. What about you? What do you thought?
I thought it was a 6. I think Jeff Hardy sold that leg injury too long, and it basically made the match boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. We go backstage with Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, and they're discussing the fact that Matt Riddle's been going after Bobby Lashley and the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley, of course, getting the better of him the past couple of weeks, and Keith Lee is like, you know what? You've had your chances. And side note, this is the first time Keith Lee has been on Raw in about 3 to 4 weeks. So, of course,
Yeah.
for those that don't know, it wasn't a creative issue. It wasn't the fact that, WWE's burying him as they love to accuse WWE of doing when it comes to Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Um, there was a COVID outbreak. I don't know if he caught it himself, but we do know Mia Yim definitely caught COVID and
Reckoning.
was a part of that, and that's his girlfriend. So
Yeah.
Keith Lee's more than likely been away because of that. So first night back, he wasn't in the Royal Rumble, which was a shame. A lot of people didn't even make mention of the fact that he wasn't in the Rumble.
Yeah.
EA caught that.
Yeah, they swept it under the rug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They put
So
Otis there.
pretty much he puts the challenge out to Matt Riddle. You've had a couple chances already at the United States Championship. So how about me and you? I can take Lashley, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure I can take you tonight. So he put the challenge out there. They accept for later on. We go backstage with Adam Pearce and Sheamus. Sheamus ends up pretty much approaching Adam Pearce, asking him if he doesn't respect Sheamus. Sheamus reminds everyone that he's a four-time WWE champion.
WWE World Champion.
Yeah, so that's actually a stat a lot of people forget. When people think about Sheamus in recent memory, you're thinking about the bar, you're thinking about that run in particular. And a lot of people forget that he's been a multiple time champion. So him reminding people of that in this run. So
Still
yeah,
can't
Adam,
forgive him for beating Daniel Bryan 16 minutes for the belt though at one time. I was tight.
what
that
60 seconds you mean?
It was something like that. He just came out, bro, kick is over. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
because he turned around, kissed AJ Lee, and
Yeah.
turned back around.
Yo, I remember that match. We was in one of our old friends' house, all three of us, and I was like, Daniel Bryan's coming out, yes, and then he was like, yo, that's your man. I'm like, yeah, that's my nigga. And then next thing you know, he died. I'm like,
he was over.
It was
That was before he was like real big in the Yes movement, like right in the rise of it.
Right when it was, yo, come on, bro. Like
his first.
I can't forgive him too much. I can't forgive him for that. That was disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, Sheamus reminded him, feeling disrespected that it's not him versus Drew McIntyre one-on-one. So, gotta earn it in that chamber, boy.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the New Day versus Retribution, and we have Teabag and Slapjacks. Slapjack. What's his name? Slapnuts.
Slapnuts.
Teabag and Slapnuts versus the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. So Kofi's officially back. So good to see that. I still want to see this build with him and Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
I want to see that at WrestleMania 1-on-1 if possible. And Mustafa is at commentary, and that's probably the most that I enjoyed.
Yo, he was
Out
going
his
off.
match, God on his truth. He was going off.
He had
on
bars down
commentary.
all night. Like,
No,
I like,
but he made a valid point though at the beginning of the commentary. He's like, I don't know why WWE put me on commentary. You know the things I could say. I'm like,
he
you
was
know
valid.
what, Mustafa, you're right. This doesn't make any sense at all. But keep
He
on
was
talking your
valid.
shit.
Nah, I feel like he shoots. He kind of shoots from the hip a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they're holding him back too much with his promo work.
Yeah, they let him go
I've been really enjoying Mustafa Ali.
You know why? Because it's like he says a lot of truth though, bro. Like hidden messages that be truth. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. You know what I mean? Go off. Let all your bars go.
I mean,
you know
the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
So
as far as the match, like there was a couple spots that I thought the New Day was alright. I'm sick of the fucking pancakes and the twerking and the trombone shit though, man. Like, come on, man. Like,
I think I don't know if it's when they were coming into the ring.
Yeah,
it was like a commercial break and a return, and Kofi's just humping the rope.
Like and Xavier's doing like a backwards, like yo.
Yeah. Xavier's like backwards with the trombone. Is like I enjoy the New Day. These guys are hilarious. Like, I love these guys, but it's true. As much as I've been campaigning for Big E to get serious, they do too, bro. They need to really drift away from the rainbows and pancakes and twerking and humping ropes and like I feel like they should.
That's what makes them happy. They want to twerk all the time.
Like, yo, come on, man. Like, come on.
They want I feel like I'm scrolling through Instagram when I see the New Day. At this point, I'm just scrolling through Instagram.
You know what it is? I think that because they're merch and they got so many kids, you know what I mean, buying their shit, these cereals and pancakes and all, like they got mad and thought they in a video game. That's probably why they're not gonna ever change them no time soon. And then they just break a record. I think you posted it in the Facebook group, like the 1,000.
That record's been broken for a while, but they are the longest reigning stable in history.
With no manager,
with no manager, just them three as a stable.
Like, yo, they killing it, man. Like, they breaking
not only that, the first African American stable to reach those heights, the most WWE Tag Team Championships. So very historic, and I've enjoyed their run. I just want their characters to shift.
Yeah, I want them to.
That's really it. I just want the characters to shift. I love Xavier, Kofi. The group made me love Kofi even more. I always was like, Kofi's my guy, but not really that guy. New Day made him special, but it's time to shift their characters. So I really don't have much to say about this match. I feel like it was, it
was all right.
A typical match. I just can't get into Retribution's teabag and flapjacks. I can't. The gimmick just takes me out of even caring about them. Yeah, honestly.
But I give it a 7.
Typical match. New Day wins.
It was a 7 to me.
And
I give it a 7 because
Ali Retribution for the loss.
I give it because of Ali. It would have been a 6 if he wasn't on commentary.
That's what I'm saying. That's part of this match was listening to Ali on commentary.
Go off, you know what I mean? So that's why I got a 7. But it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that score. What about you, Focus?
I give it a 5.
You know what? We can't.
I just enjoy the commentary. Really, it's a typical match.
Because you know what I'm saying, you have Slapnuts here, you have Teabag over here, and then you have some twerking guys over here on the other side. It's not looking good for this match.
Pancakes and all that stuff.
Let's move on to somebody who's been very controversial. I've been seeing a lot of people coming out the woodworks with just the massive gallons and gallons of haterade for my guy, Bad Bunny. And he's backstage with Damian Priest. So we get more of that. And listen, this man's putting in the work.
Yeah, he's out there.
Rumble, double appearance at the Rumble. He's on the next night of Raw. He's back this week. man. Give it. He don't have to do this.
Nah, he doesn't.
He don't have to do this.
You
And
have
as
to do
much
it
as
because
the
he signed the
haters
contract. That's why.
want to hate, and some people, the people who try to disrespect with the who is this guy? This guy got like 58, 80 something million
View,
followers.
yeah, like come on,
Views is up in the hundreds, millions. Come on, bro.
you
Stop.
gotta put some respect on his
Stop. WWE knows what they're doing. Teaming up Bad Bunny with Damian Priest. You're getting a great spotlight on a new person who, they want to build the right way. What better way to have him paired with a celebrity? Not only
yeah,
that, they have the Caribbean island connection, which is real.
yeah, that's
Like I see nothing wrong. People want to complain about celebrities, but when it came to Snooki having a match, nobody complained. Everybody was
I
like, "Oh
mean,
my God, Snooki did three backflips,
I
amazing."
mean, they did complain about Snooki.
I
yeah,
did,
they were
I saw more people excited about the fact she did three backflips because Snooki had a little run back in her day. People were excited about that. I saw more people hyping that up than the hate I have
for
seen for Bad Bunny.
yeah. And you know what's even worse to make them even more hate more? His t-shirt is like the number one right now in the shop. Like,
I
His
bought the
t-shirt
hoodie.
sold out.
I
yeah,
bought the
like
hoodie.
he's selling out. Like, come on, y'all can hate if y'all
I'm
want.
waiting. I'm
He
waiting
making
for.
money,
I'm
so
waiting for
fuck
my
y'all.
hoodie to come in. It's the Royal Rumble Bad Bunny hoodie, and I bought it because of the haters.
Fuck that
Quite
shit.
honest truth. I bought it because of the haters.
So,
Oh, you guys are mad about Bad Bunny? I'm about to rock that.
yeah. So that's all
But
y'all. I mean, he's killing it,
yeah, he's a true
and he's
fan, and
doing a
this
good.
is his thing.
And you said it earlier. He's doing a great job as a manager. He's doing better than on Anderson. He's over here.
He's
He's
already he's
helping
already
people.
about to be manager of the year, celebrity
Like,
manager. He's already jumped off the top ropes. He's already getting involved last week, smacking Morrison with the mic,
yeah, like
baiting them, distracting them. He's doing way more than R. Anderson as a
facts,
manager.
facts.
So, yeah.
And is way better than Rob Gronkowski.
Hell yeah.
What did
Like
he do when he was managing? What's his name? Mojo.
Mojo Rawley.
Mojo's gone. We haven't seen Mojo in a long time.
You know what I mean?
So
That
we'll
hype
go
died
back
down.
to that Bunny and Damian Priest later on, but we have in the ring Charlotte Flair cutting a promo about everything that's been going on with Lacey Evans, obviously, and Ric Flair. Excuse me, Ric Flair and Lacey are cutting the promo,
Yeah.
and Ric Flair is actually the one talking about he's tired of people praising Charlotte, and
He's
he's
talking
not
hot.
going to stay home. He refuses to stay home and be told what to do. He's the nature boy, and he sees a lot in Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans takes the mic and it's pretty much along the lines of people assuming what they want. Of course, everybody's saying she's a hoe, or she's doing the dip with Ric Flair or
The
whatever.
daddy roll, the sugar daddy roll.
Again, the sugar daddy on. She made it clear it's a managerial aspect. She's learning from the nature boy, and out comes Charlotte. They have a back and forth on the mic, which leads to eventual match between the two. They had like a weird commercial break in between, and then segue to Miz Morrison and Angel Garza backstage,
Yeah.
and then they went back to Charlotte versus Lacey Evans with Rick.
Yeah.
So during the promo, they Lacey let Charlotte know that management told her if she ends up beating Charlotte, she'll actually be number one contender for
For
the
Oscar.
Raw Women's Championship. But before that, they pitched Charlotte and Lacey Evans to be tag team. Ric Flair
Yeah.
pitched it. She obviously shot that down. It led to this match. But what do you guys think about the match? Obviously, Lacey ends up winning this by DQ, and
Yeah.
she's the number one contender. What do you guys think about this?
I thought it was decent, nothing spectacular. Like I'll give it like a 7. Typical, you know what I mean? Um Charlotte match to me. She was really, really working on her knees. I guess she was getting ready to set her up on the figure 8. There was a spot though I forgot that was crazy from Lacey. Like she looked like she hurt herself. I guess she was because she does like that thing from the top rope where she does the backflip
Yeah.
and then you know what I mean. She does the somersault, the
She
moonsault.
kind of like jumps and then turns midair and then does the
Yeah.
moonsault.
And then Charlotte, she put her knees up, and then the way that Lacey landed, she landed on her knee and like fucked the shit up. That looked real. Like that wasn't no kayfabe. Like she really was fucked up for a little while, but I guess she got it back, and then she continued with the match. So salute to her for being strong. But I give it like a 7. You know what I mean? Charlotte lost it at the end. She was talking shit to Ric Flair. I like that. And then she was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm just gonna go in. And then she just started beating the shit out of her in the corner, and the ref called the 5 count. And then
Yeah.
that's how Lacey won. But I did like how she lost it. You know what I mean?
I give it about a 7.5 for the same reason. As far as like the Charlotte going off, I like the story of it, and
Yeah,
not
the
only
story.
that, you do see the influence of Ric Flair and Lacey kind of playing the dirty tactics the way Ric Flair would. So I did appreciate that. Focus. What did you think?
You know, I think this storyline that Charlotte's not getting the championship because the fans complain, to give her something else to do, going into WrestleMania, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we do need a change of the guard, and we don't need Charlotte in any kind of title picture. So if it's gonna be a gimmick storyline kind of match, this is actually it was kind of cheesy going in, but it's starting to pick up, some steam.
You know what?
And,
You know what?
some legs on it.
I'm gonna just say it. Charlotte just needs to go to NXT UK.
That's
UK.
very different. I don't even think she spent enough time on regular NXT.
Yeah, I'd
But
rather
she was
see her
there,
go
though.
down there too. There's a lot of women down there that she never wrestled before, like Tony Storm and you know what I mean. Her with Shotzi will get busy.
I
There's
thought her winning the NXT title last year was gonna lead to her wrestling all those women.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, Charlotte does need like a new, but I'd rather take this that she goes into WrestleMania with this Lacey story building instead of her being in the title picture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping too much, really. But
Right.
yo, shout out Ric Flair, fresh
Oh
suit.
yeah.
Woo!
Oh, he was fresh as fuck. Was
Yo, that
he
suit,
not?
yeah, that was crispy, son.
That
Like,
man had the suit with like the shiny like design patterns in it, like but it was subtle, like kind of like a black on black, like with
yeah,
but then when he took off the jacket,
the vest, yo,
son had the matching vest too. Oh, yo,
we got to put
Ric
respect on
Flair in
his
his 70s is still fresher than 90% of the people that I know, and half of the celebrities that I know.
Like we got to put respect on his suit game. That was clean.
Yeah, his suit game is up there.
His suit game
So
was clean, but yeah,
let's,
I just wanted to throw that in there. We forgot about that shit.
yeah, we definitely forgot about that, but that's a great shout out. He always had trouble holding the alligators down, but his suit tonight,
Yeah, he was crispy.
he was blinding us all, shining.
His sugar daddy Pip swag. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is.
Before we move on, let's take a quick break to our sponsors. The people keep the lights on, keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. We left off with putting respect on Ric Flair's custom suit.
Facts.
Go check that. I mean, like we was discussing, if we were in our old age and we had to choose anybody's style to follow, I'm choosing the Ric.
Yeah. I'm
choosing
just
Steve Harvey though.
You on the Steve Harvey? Wait. With Steve Harvey though, with the fresh shape up or a bald Steve Harvey? There's a difference.
The shape up.
Shape up Harvey.
We need that suit versus. We need that versus.
Steve Harvey versus Ric Flair, suits versus suits.
Word.
All right, so let's move on from that fantasy booking.
all I'm gonna say is Steve Harvey has his own suit line. That's all I'm gonna say.
Customs.
Oh, so you're saying
suits is custom.
So you're trying to say he's had.
Where's Ric Flair's suit line?
He should do that. That would be a perfect lane for him since that's all he wears.
Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He haven't went in that lane. That's perfect lane for him. You know what I mean? But all right, you know what I mean? Moving on.
So next up we have Edge in the ring, and as you know, Edge's been making his rounds. He visited on Raw last week and pressed Drew McIntyre. He went to NXT and pressed Finn Balor. He went to SmackDown and stepped up to the tribal chief Roman Reigns. So he's been putting in a lot of work recently.
Yeah, he's popping up everywhere.
And pretty much he's still undecided. He still doesn't know which champion he's gonna choose. And you know what, rightfully so. I think it's smart. Why the hell am I gonna rush to choose a champion when I have 3 months until WrestleMania, 2 months pretty much until Mania, and none of y'all is a clear match so far. None of y'all. We got the Elimination Chamber just announced. So that was specifically what he mentioned. Like, any one of those guys I could see me fighting at Mania, but I'm gonna see what happens after the Elimination Chamber. And then over on SmackDown, it's the Tribal Chief. We know it's gonna be the Tribal Chief.
It's gonna be Roman, to be honest.
It's gonna be. Come on, listen. I'm glad we didn't get to do the wrap up because I had nothing but cornet bars. The fact that Kevin Owens is back in the fucking title picture again.
He's still
this
going.
Is 4 losses in a row.
But with it kind of reminds me of when Kevin Owens was facing Seth Rollins with tag team partners every week for the next 3 months.
Yo, that shit.
Listen, it was the same episode of Raw for like 3 months.
Thank God that the Tribal Chief is doing the best promo work in his life.
On the flip side, though, I think they dragging it so Edge could choose him. You know what I mean? So, because right now they don't really have nobody built up over there for Roman to face.
What?
Besides Kevin, you know what I'm saying? Who they got?
Buddy Murphy, that you've done nothing with.
But they're gonna put him right.
Black, that is sitting on a shelf somewhere.
No, but they're gonna put him right in the mix. If anything, I'll say Cesaro been winning. He been winning.
Dominic.
They could put Shinsuke. They could put
not Dominic.
Dominic. I want to see Dominic get his ass kicked. Oos.
Nah, that's
damn. Oos. You want to see Ray risk another surgery?
Maybe Ray. Nah, son.
But let him get his first surgery on his right knee.
I don't want I think that's why they keeping the Kevin Owens shit going. They're gonna drag it all the way till then. You know what I'm saying? And then Edge is gonna choose him.
Nah, Edge is gonna choose Volta.
He's gonna choose what?
Volta.
I doubt it.
He's gonna go to NXT UK, spear everybody, get some tea and crumpets.
So Miz pretty much interrupts Edge with Morrison in tow and pretty much tells Edge it doesn't matter who you choose because I have the ability to walk out of WrestleMania with the title and cash in on your ass right after that happens.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yo, let's be honest. Miz is not cashing in on the NXT championship. Let's be 100% honest.
I mean, although it would be a great match if Finn Balor versus Edge, but nah, it's not happening. The main event is Roman Reigns. Clearly, like Paul Heyman has been telling us week in and week out, the main event of WrestleMania is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So if Edge wants the main event, he's gonna have to fight the Tribal Chief.
I see that happening on SmackDown, and I see Sheamus and Drew at Mania. Like that's my predictions. We'll see what happens, but I see that going on. I don't see
Edge versus Volta.
Suing somebody. I don't know. Who knows? Miz might actually pull that card before Mania and plug his way in.
I think he's gonna pull that bullshit at Elimination Chamber. He's gonna come right back in, like, oh, I got eliminated. Nope, cashing in, come right back in. You feel me? Like he'll be the first one.
But if he does that, he's gonna lose for sure.
True.
Miz is not winning the chamber. Not with the number of guys that's in there already.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope, though. We never seen that shit before.
Yeah. So Edge tells him, "You forgot who I am. I'm the one who won the first Money in the Bank. I'm the ultimate opportunist, and you're here telling me when you're gonna cash in. Like, stop focusing on me and focus on Bad Bunny." So shots fired. And that leads to the next match, which is Damian Priest with Bad Bunny, the greatest manager of 2021 so far.
VIP in the barbecue.
Angel Garza.
He performed.
With The Miz and Morrison.
He's the performance.
So this match was really quick. It was a showcase for Damian Priest, obviously. Damian Priest winning the match. Bad Bunny helping him win, distracting Miz and Morrison with the briefcase again, getting them kicked out, leading to Damian Priest able to take, the control of the match and the winning with his finisher on Angel Garza. So it was quick, like I said, a showcase of Damian Priest, moving the story along with Bad Bunny's involvement. What do you guys think about this?
I just think that it's only a matter of time before it's either Damian or Priest.
Yeah, they always want to cut the fucking name when it's two names in one, which I don't know what's.
I see them calling him Priest. I definitely see them calling him Priest.
But shout out to Angel Garza. He's been on TV for a minute. I'm glad that he's back on TV. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, squash 6.7.
Yeah. It was quick. It was like a 6.5, 7. I just enjoyed Bad Bunny's involvement and the fact that he's still a thorn in Miz's side. The one thing that Miz does good is play up that heel, but I'm the folly. Like you make fun of, like I'm the one that ends up being made fun of or looks stupid in the segment, but he could pull that off and still bounce back from that.
Yeah.
So I think if anybody could be a folly to Bad Bunny, Miz was a good choice.
Yeah.
So moving on, we have Charlie Caruso backstage with Drew McIntyre, and he's like, "Why, Sheamus? You were my best.
Why'd you do this, fella?
You were my best friend. It was 20 years down the drain, cause of the title, motherfucker. Like, what else?
We both wear kilts, man.
Like,
do this.
We were kilt brothers. You threw it away, but." Yeah, like why else, Drew? Why else? That title means everything.
You got a target, bro. Like you should know that by now. Everybody want that. That's the main point of wrestling. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm
saying? We got a little update of the card. So Asuka officially defending the Raw Women's Championship against Lacey Evans. Drew McIntyre, of course, in the Elimination Chamber against Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Sheamus, and The Miz. And Sasha Banks defending her title inside the Elimination Chamber. That's what they're speculating on.
You know what this should have been? They should have had a 24/7 title in the Elimination Chamber.
I don't want to see the entire
and just have a whole bunch of catering people just eliminating each other.
I definitely don't want to see the catering staff
like a championship scramble elimination chamber. No pause, just all 30 of them in there, just eliminating each other.
Good.
And
I'm really good on that.
That's gonna make.
We'll call it the Jobber Rumble. It'll be such good shit.
Such good shit. What is like speaking of good shit though?
He's gonna win it like 50 times, bro.
Speaking of good shit though, we get the announcement of Bobby Lashley defending the United States Championship against Keith Lee and Riddle.
Yeah, at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so that's
wait. You guys just skip the whole match.
Skip the whole match.
No, the match is after.
It is?
Yeah.
What's the whole point of this match then?
So to build up for that match. That match is officially announced, but we get the match. So then we get, after the Elimination Chamber update, we get Charlie also backstage with Bianca Belair. So obviously she's doing the same thing as Edge, going to different shows, checking the champions. She still doesn't know. She has a bump into Asuka. Asuka's happy for her and tells her, even though you won the Royal Rumble, you're still not ready for Asuka.
Not ready for Queen Asuka.
So very bold of her, and she took it, she took it well and was like, you know what? who we can agree isn't ready for Oscar is
Lacey
Lacey
Evans.
Evans. So they both agreed on that and laughed.
Yeah.
And then
I
we
don't
get
see
a
her. I don't see her choosing Oscar though. I see her with Sasha. You know what I mean? Which I think would be, it will make more sense anyways for her to stay on SmackDown. I just wanted to see the fucking Oscar and Alexa Bliss story to continue. It looked like where's Alexa Bliss tonight? You know what I'm saying? It not continued.
yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
was a
So
couple
they
of
need
She's
some.
episodes
scared.
tonight.
Damn. Shit.
So I don't know. We'll see. But then we get the
And like I said,
clip.
tonight was mostly promo.
Yeah, it was. It was mostly story and a couple of new, pairings.
Yeah,
Obviously, with the chamber being in 2 weeks, they have to start that now. So,
promo stories. Yeah, which makes sense.
um, then we get the clips of Bobby Lashley destroying Riddle over the past couple of weeks, and this leads to the match Keith Lee versus Matt Riddle, which I gotta say, match of the night. This was
Yeah,
easily an 8.5 for me.
yeah,
Um,
me too.
Keith Lee ends up winning the match, but hard hitting. It did not make Matt Riddle look soft.
Nah,
Matt Riddle could have easily won. Made Keith Lee earn it. He had Keith Lee in like a triangle armbar or something like that. Keith
yeah.
Lee ends up like slamming him twice with one arm, and then ends up picking him completely up and transitioning into spirit bomb, power bomb. So, we got a couple final flash knee strikes from Matt Riddle. It was a great, great match.
This was definitely match of the night on my book. Like I was like, oh shit, there was a lot of stiff shots. I like that. What's that move that he does off the top rope, Matt Riddle?
Oh
Like
yeah, the floating bro.
that shit was fire. It
Yeah,
landed perfect
the
on him.
first thing I said was, "Damn, that shit looks really good when he lands on Keith Lee. When he got a big person like Keith to do that move, he lands square on him.
Yeah, it
It
looked
looked
like
great. I definitely enjoyed that part too.
yeah, definitely a
Um,
dope match though. Definitely a dope
Match
match.
of the night. I don't think that's even up for debate. Like,
And what I like about it the most, they still made Keith Lee look like a beast, but Matt Riddle didn't look like he was getting washed either. Like he got a lot of offense off too, and Keith Lee was selling his shit. So like it was like a fair fight on both ends. You know, you feel me?
yeah,
So definitely a 8 for me. That's an 8.
Focus. What you thought about the match?
It was good. It was good for both competitors having Dragon Ball Z finisher names.
I didn't even catch that.
Word, that's crazy.
Vegeta versus Goku, technically.
Yeah.
Um, so the big thing that happened after the match, we get Bobby Lashley asserted dominance, ends up like choke slamming Keith Lee, which was amazing to me. That's a big boy that you just did that to. Ends up putting Matt Riddle in the hurt lock, showing dominance, MVP hyping him up. Bobby Lashley is finally that beast that we've been waiting for all these years. So,
Like I
um,
just want him to lose that belt so he can start going after Drew. You know what I mean? Like it's time for him to start chasing for real now. Get rid of
honestly, I would have preferred him doing just that. I would have rather Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania to pick up the storyline that he kind of dropped after SummerSlam.
you know what I mean? So like I hope that's next. And I hope he's losing this one, you know what I mean? At Elimination Chamber to I don't care who wins it, either Keith Lee or Matt Riddle. And then that's where his next step is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time for him to step up like to the next level now.
Yeah. So yeah, we get him, asserting dominance, Bobby Lashley asserting dominance, Keith Lee obviously picking up the win versus Matt Riddle, but all three of them are gonna face each other at Elimination Chamber. So after that, we move on and we have a little video package of Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton's rivalry that's been happening over the past couple of months.
Yeah.
Um, as we all know, Randy Orton was the last champion. He won it off Drew. Drew won it right back a month later. Pretty much solidifying Drew McIntyre's big run right now. So Orton,
That's where he really got hot the most when them two was going back and forth. That's when Drew really, like, he really started
yeah,
getting.
that's why people put some respect on his name.
You feel me?
Um, Randy Orton ends up cutting a great promo. you know, I feel like I'll just keep repeating myself when it comes to Randy Orton and his promo work week to week. Like, if you know, he's the equivalent of Roman Reigns on Raw, pretty much. He's the Roman Reigns of Raw, cutting the best promos, giving the most passion behind it, the most believability.
Yeah,
So, you know, another one of those, pretty much saying he'll become a 15-time champion, and you know, is destiny. So we'll see. They have that one-on-one later on tonight.
I put some respect on his name, man.
So this moves next to the tables match with Nia Jax and versus Lana with Shayna Baszler and Naomi at ringside. So what do you guys think about this?
Yo,
I mean, man.
um, yo,
Can we just mention that earlier in the program, somebody mentioned that Nia Jax injured somebody. Oh yeah, it was one of the commentary mentioned that during the Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair match that Nia Jax injured Charlotte, and I just wanted to point that out there before we even
Did?
enter. Yes, when Charlotte was holding her shoulder, she said she's still holding injuries from that attack by Nia Jax last summer. I was like, really? Yes.
you talking about from the Rumble when they had
I'm glad that even the commentary's down.
Yeah, even the
yo,
commentary gotta tell us like she's the injurer, Nia Jax.
yo, Lana only got like one slapping when the bell rung, and the rest was she just beat the shit out of that girl.
It was just Nia
It,
Jax
it was
picking on her the whole time.
it was like yo, like the power bombs and all of that shit looked like yo, she was
Yo, the first
pimping it
one
up.
looked pretty clean. The second one, I'm
Yo,
like, yo, her neck, bro, her head.
she beat fire out of that girl, and I'm like, it wasn't even entertaining. I'm like, yo, she gonna kill this woman. You're like, what is going on here?
I don't trust Nia Jax when I see her in the ring. Even if it's
Now with
even
Lana.
if it's a typical even if it's a typical match, because we see this in men's matches, we see this in other women's matches. I just don't trust Nia Jax in that position to be hitting this kind of impact moves on people.
And it's like you're not doing it like you're doing it with Lana. You know what I mean? Like you're not doing it to anybody else, really. Like I can understand if she was doing that shit to like Oscar or Alexa Bliss or somebody like that could actually get up from one of them shits. Like Lana, she's getting a wind knocked out of her through all of that shit. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't have the stamina to take some shit like that. I'm not saying I'm not down her wrestling ability. She probably has been training for a long time, but it's like you could tell like she's really feeling them motherfuckers.
She slammed the hell out of her. There's no way you're not feeling that.
Like she was putting like she and it looked too stiff. It looked way too stiff.
Yeah. Focus. What do you think?
I was like, yo, I'm just glad she got the win off, even though it was like a little fluke bullshit win. I'm just glad that Lana got her revenge back. You know what I mean? Like that's about it.
I'm tired of this storyline. They need to hurry up
Me
and move
too.
on from this shit. Like,
Me too. It's like,
I,
yo, for what?
I think this was it. Honestly. Well,
you know what,
matter
you
of
know what
fact, no,
Lana,
it's not. It's not because Lana and Naomi are the number one contenders to the women's tag team championship. So we know that this is gonna at least go through Elimination Chamber.
you know what? Lana should just go to NXT UK.
He's
Yo,
gonna
what's
throw
up?
everybody in NXT UK.
UK right now, like all night. Like
We deported everybody.
send them all over there.
They're not just banned from the barbecue; they're getting deported.
All right, so Lana ends up getting Nia Jax to kind of chase her, and then she
Pushes
out
her.
of nowhere pushes her into one of the tables and gets the surprise victory. So, you know, at least Lana taking that ass whooping like she did, at least she did get the win.
She got the win, so I'm not tripping too much. But it was like, yo, a lot of them shots look like, yo, bro, that's abuse.
Yeah, I don't trust Nia Jax doing stuff like that. But this ending leads into an impromptu match with Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. Obviously, they were all at ringside. Naomi was like, I'm not that pushover. Like she was talking us shit the entire match.
Yeah,
You know, during Lana's match, you know, calling Nia a bully, and her match versus Baszler, she was showing just that. You're not gonna push me over. I'm not that, you
yeah.
know, I'm not soft. Let's get it. And she was straight in there, getting like rebound off the ropes, kicking Shayna Baszler in the face, getting a lot of offense. She ends up picking up the win. What do you guys think?
I thought that this was a better match. Yo, Shayna, we need to put more respect on Shayna. Like Shayna is definitely. I want her to get the fuck out of that tag team. It's time for her to go on her own again. You know what I mean? I like Shayna.
The
You know
fact
what?
that
You know where Shayna should go.
The what? Nah.
You know where Shayna should go.
Nah, leave her
Came
right
from
here.
NXT already.
Leave her right here. Leave her right here, bro.
She should go to SmackDown because I want to see her face Sasha Banks.
Like
I'd rather that.
yeah, you know what I mean.
But yeah, the fact that she's not even in the women's title picture.
She doesn't need to be in no tag team, bro. Like, what's going on? Who made that decision?
They need a mask, Nia Jax. That's what it is. You gotta hide the injury behind somebody who can actually work. That's really what it is. How can we protect Nia Jax from injuring bitches?
You bringing Shayna down. I love Shayna. You know what I mean? And she could be in a way better.
I enjoyed this tag team for about 5 seconds. God honest truth.
That's being
nice.
Maybe
a week that I enjoyed them, the little bickering back and forth, and then it was like, honestly, I only wanted them to be tag team champions again because Charlotte and Asuka made absolutely no sense compared to them.
It made sense. They were the Road Warriors.
The who?
The Road Warriors.
No, trash.
Yes.
That was a trash pairing that made no sense. They were rivals. And they didn't even have a build-up story to even be friends.
Yeah, like that.
Because Charlotte doesn't need no build-up. She's just there.
And that's the problem.
You want to know what's the build-up for Charlotte? 14 years of Ric Flair being in the NWA.
I believe that. So let's move on to finally the main event of the night. WWE Champion Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. And this was a non-title match. Orton gets his shot in the chamber. He's one of those participants. But this was a long match. Took probably 15 to 20 minutes to end the show. But, it ends in disqualification. Randy Orton ends up being the winner with Sheamus getting involved. So what do you guys think about this whole match?
He tried to bro quick Drew. Drew ducked it and then he hit Randy. I thought it was a good match. I thought this was like a 7.5. My match of the night is Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, but this was definitely a dope match. They went back and forth. There was a lot of hard hitting, a lot of reversals. Like they were reversing the shit out of each other's moves. But
Randy needs to go for the title next week because of this.
You know what? Why I won't even be mad at it.
He got to win over the champ.
I won't even be mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, he should win it, go into elimination chamber, then Drew wins it right back. Afterwards, Sheamus tries to screw Drew, but ends up screwing up Orton.
Yeah. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna have Randy and Sheamus go at it next week. And then Drew is gonna come out and be on commentary while they wrestling. Watch.
And he's gonna be like, Sheamus was my fella.
I'm calling in now. Watch that happen next week. Watch.
I see that definitely happening. The positives I take out of this is Randy Orton finally found his way out of that kind of hole they dug with him and The Fiend and Alexa Bliss, especially the fact that The Fiend hasn't even been around. So, not that it's been bad necessarily, but it's like, how many weeks you gonna let this small woman destroy your face or do some shit to you without getting no comeuppance, and then the Fiend is on vacay.
Eventually, the Fiend gotta come back. You know what I mean? So it's like y'all dragging it with Alexa too long. Even though I love her work right now, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of weird that we did not see her pop up tonight at all. You know what I mean? I hope she's okay. But
no, she's not okay with what happened recently.
I know. I heard about that. We're not gonna talk about that on air, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking
about? You ain't hear what happened.
We'll talk about that off air. We'll talk about that off air. Yeah, some shit popped off this weekend with her. God bless her.
With who?
But, a fan.
Alexa.
It's offline. It's not nothing to do with wrestling.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Some fan was trying to be a fucking creep.
Yeah, he was talking.
And then the entire Twitter was like trying to take him down.
Yeah,
flaming. They was flaming him. let's keep it honest. They was flaming dude.
Listen, we can talk about this on air because we should tell the fans, as much as we're fans,
He was talking about
these divas, they're not divas anymore. Let's take that out. That was a mistake on my part. These women don't owe you shit.
They entertainers at the end
They
of the
don't
day.
owe you shit.
They entertainers, fans. Y'all gotta get it. Like it's like watching an actor. They just athletic actors, bro. Y'all gotta cut the shit. And last week, y'all over here sending packages to Peyton Royce too, a random person from fucking England. Even Jordan
That
Grace.
creep shit gotta stop. Even how many pictures we seen?
How you know these people's fucking
Becky
addresses?
Lynch getting hugged from the back and stuff.
Last year was
Y'all
fucking.
gotta know that's not cool.
Last year it was Sonya Deville. She had to get off TV. Now is last week was on Peyton Royce. She getting random packages at her fucking house. Jordan Grace says she got one too. Like a couple.
That's something that's been happening and with every woman.
I gotta stop the shit, yo. Y'all gotta stop the shit. You know what I mean? These are fucking actors, B.
They don't know probably why Alexa Bliss wasn't even on TV this week. Probably secure.
But I hope that does not happen. That they have to do the same shit that they do with Sonya Deville. That they gotta sit her because right now she's in the peak of her fucking shit right now.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to say
Sonya had to sit because they invaded her house.
Yeah, and that was a like a charge. She had to go to court and all that shit. You know what I mean? But that's scary, bro. What if like these dudes is talking crazy online? That could probably be the next level. We don't know how fucking sick these guys are, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan Grace Jordan Grace said to Peyton Royce, like, yo, the same dude sent me a package. I blocked him on Twitter and on Instagram, and then he sent me another package the following week and made a brand new shit hitting me up. Yo, what's up, baby? Blah, blah, blah. And then it was the same guy, Peyton Royce, that did the same shit with Peyton Royce, bro. And that was
I just have this to say. If you have to stalk someone or fantasize
Yo, weirdo,
someone
bro.
in that way that you see on TV and stalk them and do things like that, you're a weirdo. You need therapy, and you need to get out your mother's basement or your grandmother's basement and go experience life the correct way.
You're invading people's privacy. I got their addresses and their numbers and all that. Y'all invading people's privacy, yo. Imagine if my wife was a wrestler and y'all did that shit to me, I'm killing you myself. I'm not calling no authority, bro. Like seriously, real shit. You know what I mean?
This is definitely real life. And
so
like you said, Sonya Deville just came back maybe 2 weeks ago after a couple of months of dealing with that shit. Who knows? Alexa Bliss probably wasn't on
She
Raw.
probably had to move or something too. She probably had to move stuff too. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, I didn't want to say it on air because it got me hot. That shit broke on Sunday, I think, or Saturday.
Yeah, I did see that on Twitter.
Like, yo, motherfuckers is weirdos out here, yo. Y'all some weirdos. These are actors. That's not who they are.
Not only that, they have husbands, they have wives.
They threatened her fiance.
Who you see on TV,
fiance.
They are.
He was like, yo, I'm gonna kill your husband so that way you could be with me. He said some shit like that to her.
I did see that. He was making death threats. He was, yeah.
Yo, weirdo, bro.
We don't want to give light. We don't want to, like, you're right. We don't want to give light to weirdos like that. But
I just hope she's okay. You know what I mean? I hope she's all right. You know what I mean? We love you over here, girl. We know we you know what I mean? They weirdos, man.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, Raw, for the most part, it for being 3 hours, it really went by quick as hell. I feel. Yeah. I don't feel like it lagged at all. It had a couple matches that took up a nice flow to it. It was a lot of Elimination Chamber build up. So
yeah, it was a lot of promos, but it had a nice flow to it. It wasn't like it got boring at times or dragged. Like it was.
Yeah. So for me personally, I think I give the overall show a 8. What do you guys give it?
I give it a 7.5. The only reason why I took that 5 was because of Jeff Hardy. Like, come on, Jeff.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
Like that was the only thing.
I'll give it. I take like a 0.25 off.
Yeah, we got
7.75 just because of Jeff looking bored.
We got to take some points off. Jeff, man, come on. You got up. I don't know if you ain't sleep or nothing. Like you
what's 10 minus Victory Road 2004? That's my review of this episode.
We're not even gonna bring up Victory Road. It's never that bad. But with that being said,
like you wanted to be there. You know what I mean?
With that being said, we could do this all day. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at EDOTA. That's at E.A. I'm also in the Facebook group. Like, share, subscribe. Send your homies to the Facebook group. We start a discussion. Send your hate mail, your love mail to me. I'm the manager of pettiness, the petty god. I'm the petty god. You know what I mean?
Just keep that creep mail the fuck out, though.
Yeah, don't be start. Yo, just send that. Yeah, send that stalking shit to me, yo. Woo! I don't. Woo! Ric Flair. Woo! Send that shit to me. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Before he, tracks down these people. Where can we find?
We're gonna make you eat our shit, then shit out our shit, and make you eat that shit.
Where can they find you, Focus?
They can find me on Instagram, Chenshi_Muyo. Share, subscribe. Please share all our videos and everything. We need to get our subscriber ups and everything.
Yeah, he's not lying about that. So you can find us collectively at Kayfabe Avenue on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Like EA said, join the group. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Speaking of subscribing, click on that link, that support link on Anchor, that support link on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to us, and donate what you can. Subscribe to the show. Keep these lights going. Keep the Kayfabe Avenue train moving. Like I said, we could do this all day. I have been Kayfabe AJ. That has been Kayfabe Focus and E.A. This has been Kayfabe Avenue and the Raw Wrap Up. Austin, take us home.
Why? Because old Stone Cold said so. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.